that tobacco is so good, you just want to eat it. This is my Secret Santa from Jeremy Larson. He sent me a Tom Correll pipe. I just was stunned, but isn't it just gorgeous? And it has a slightly purple tone, but you can't really tell in this light. And then that top is nice and red, just beautiful. Nice poker. Smokes just extraordinarily well. Much better than some of the pokers I've had too, so I'm really pleased. And it is kind of a deep bowl for me, so, but this one's a small one. And so even though most pokers won't fit there, I can make this one fit. Off focus. In it, I am smoking Lord Craven's cigar blend. And the thing about that is that's what this is all about. I got a SWANG surprise. What a nice gift. I got home yesterday and this was in my mailbox. And it was a package from JBs Beard. Joel, he's up in Washington, and that's close to one of my favorite brick and mortar, House of Calabash, which is Steve Brooks is the master blender there. One of the last of the master blenders, really. So, in this package, he sent me some Lord Cravens. And that was just perfect because I hadn't smoked my Tom Correll yet. And so you know what? He's going to be a Steve Brooks pipe. I'm going to be smoking a lot of Steve Brooks different blends in him. I'm just going to keep him with the jar of all of my Steve Brooks because I just love Steve anyway. Oh, off subject. Off focus. Well, here's the thing. I don't know if I'm supposed to read these or not because it seems kind of personal sometimes, but basically the bottom line is that he's thanking me for being so generous, and I'm thanking him back for being so generous. He's always so sweet because he sends me this House of Calabash every once in a while. And so here is the most exciting part. He said, it was suggested by Raw Bills that my wife crochet pipe socks. And this was the first one she made. She originally wasn't going to make one because all she had was purple yarn. And that's when I knew it was meant to be. I apologize, it's on the small side. Thank you again for all you do and hope you enjoy the small sampling. Small sampling! So here is that purple sock. And isn't that a purple? I mean, what a perfect fit. It's not too small, it's just the right size because most of my pipes are small. I find a lot of the pipe bags are just, my pipes get drowned in it. But this will just fit it snug as a little bug in a rug. So I want to thank JB, and I want to thank your wife. Thanks. Mrs. Joel, you're so nice. I'm thrilled with my little purple socks. I love that. Also, he sent some chocolate. And, but you got to remember, I got it last night. So, well, that's the wrappers. There's still some of this left. I only ate one. But feeding my addictions, man. Caffeine, nicotine, chocolate. I just don't know what more I could possibly want. The funny thing is what does a pipe smoker's house really look like in terms of that smoking tobacco stuff? So I'm going to take you around real quick, and I'm going to show you why I smoke so many pipes during the day that everywhere there's a pipe. This is, you know, I always like to light my pipes with something besides a lighter. And so this is one of my little sticks that I have, those little bamboo sticks, but around it is wrapped some of that waxed hemp that Gentleman Jim sends out. And it's just great because that makes it last a little bit longer than it would normally on the wood. Talk too long and almost let my pipe go out. And I love the white stem. And in it is the reason. There, not too far from him, is House of Calabash, which is my all-time favorite brick and mortar. It's Steve Brooks' place, and you guys know he's gonna be my next husband. He just doesn't know it. Love it. Anyway, for no reason, and I just love that they do this kind of stuff. I love you guys. He sent me some of his Lord Craven's, and it's a cigar blend, which is a nice, strong, it does taste like a cigar, a little bit of a, I think it's a Sumatra type of, and they are a nice fine ribbon cut, and this just smokes wonderful. And I've had all of Steve books, and there's nothing I don't like, but I really like Lord Craven's cigar blend, and I don't get it very often, so you know, it's mine, it's all mine. Although I did send out some of Steve Book's stuff, Young Masters, in the box pass. Oh, by the way, I really am mailing stuff today. I swear. I didn't tell you that, I think, like, since the new year, but it's been so busy. I've been drowned in firemen, you know. They're all up for their new lifeguard certifications, and so I get to be the victim. And, you know, I teach water aerobics and water sports, and I do teach WSI, which is water safety instructor and stuff. So when I get to be the victim, I don't drown easy, and I'm off subject. So off focus, aren't I? And I don't necessarily feel that I'm always all that generous, because I just send out little bitty, most of the time I only send out little bitty samples. You guys send out ounces, you know. I like taking, you know, that ounce, ounce and a half, and splitting it 2 or 3 different ways. And so everybody just gets little bitty amounts, but it really gives you a good chance to try it and decide if you want to go buy, you know, $15 worth. Oh, also, I'm so off focus. It's been such a busy week, and I am so caffeined and nicotined up for this whole month that it is off focus. Let's go back. So let's start all over. And my pipe even went out. Okay, let's try it again. This time I won't talk as much, okay? You just want to eat that. And it tastes so Santa. Steve Larson. Jeremy Larson. I'm going to have to start again. No, I'm not. Okay. Really, my secret Santa was Jeremy Larson. And I know I said Steve. Anyway. In, west. Oh! I quit. So, I was just going to run you through the house real quick and show you my ashtrays and why I usually am carrying 2 or 3 different pipes around. So, I had to put back on my scarf because I'm going to be smoking and walking. And, you know, I don't like to run my clothes, so I usually have tons of scarves, and I throw one on anytime I'm smoking just to protect my clothes. I'm going to do a series on women smokers pretty soon. I really will. What's a mess? But right there in the kitchen, you'll see there's always ashtrays in every room. You'll see that there's candles, lighters, pipes, and always a bag of tobacco. A pipe and tobacco up there. You'll see that there's always somewhere in the house, there's always one little candle lit until I leave. There'll be a pile in here that'll have some lighter, pipe, tobaccos. I say every room in my house, it's like, this is just the way a pipe smoker really lives. In here, you know, here we go again. Tobaccos and stuff. These are the packages I got to get out today. Right by the front door. Just in case I forgot to do it, you'll see that there's always a thing of tobacco. Usually there's another baggie in here too. And there's always pipe, and then there's always stuff to go in my vaporizer, because I do take a vape with me because, you know, of course, these are the pipe cases. Oh, and I was going to... This is like... this is the dining room again. This is... I don't really know that I want to call it my snuff cabinet or anything, but in my house, I have upstairs a ton of it. But down here, you'll see that... Hi there. You'll see down here that there's always like snuff going, and that there's snuff in here. Because a lot of times I'll just walk by and I'll take a hit of the nicotine. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with these. These are... used to be salt in those in the old days and stuff. They're antique. Set my Tom up there. Look, he just sets perfect. I love that because they can just set them down. But you'll see that underneath that, there's snuffs are in these, and these are marble, so they have enough weight that they can support themselves. Now, these are way too big of spoons for snuff, and everybody knows that is a nicotine lover's paradise, and this is what my house is. It's all about the nicotine, isn't it? It's always all about the nicotine. Never let anybody tell you any different.